You check your phone again, not because you are waiting for a specific piece of information, but because some part of you is waiting to feel important. It is a quiet, empty panic, the hollow space in your chest stretching out as you search for just one reply, one like, one small sign that someone still sees you. And when it finally comes, your body physically relaxes, the tension drops, your heart feels lighter, and for a few seconds the emptiness goes quiet. But the feeling always fades, the silence returns, and the craving starts all over again. This behavior serves a specific purpose. It is a biological survival strategy, a way to regulate a nervous system that feels unseen. We use digital signals as a proxy for safety. Somewhere in the past, being noticed became synonymous with being secure. For a nervous system wired this way, the absence of an immediate reaction registers as an active threat, and even minor digital silences feel dangerous. Look at how the mind translates this gap. A late reply registers as active rejection. A dry message signals emotional distance. A post without reactions feels like a confirmation of invisibility. This perceived invisibility instantly triggers a spiral of internal questions. Did I do something wrong? Are they losing interest? Am I not enough? When your brain equates attention with survival, true peace of mind is impossible. Every missed notification becomes a crisis. This pain is rarely about the present moment or the technology itself. The screen is simply aggravating an old injury. Often it stems from early environments where love was unsteady, a time when attention was strictly transactional, given only when you were useful or when you were breaking. A young mind internalizes a painful lesson from these conditions. Perfection and utility are the only currency that buys love. Decades later, a dry text message triggers the exact same panic. The modern digital trigger traces directly back to the past wound, tricking the nervous system into repeating history. A new notification hijacks the circuit. It provides a temporary, fragile bypass over the trauma, giving you a sudden, unearned sense of mattering. That desperate need for a reply is not about the sender at all. It is a misplaced, unconscious attempt to heal a historical lack of unconditional love. But relief is not the same as healing. Validation provides a sudden high, and like all highs, it inevitably ends. The compliment fades. The attention moves elsewhere. The old emptiness returns, and the frantic search for the next hit begins. To secure that next hit, you begin to abandon yourself. You start morphing to fit the audience, becoming funnier, softer, more available, less honest, less yourself. Slowly, you cease living from your own heart. You exist entirely as a reaction to other people. This is the architecture of emotional dependence. Your internal state becomes completely volatile. If they respond, you feel peaceful. If they ignore you, you feel broken. If they praise you, you are confident. If they criticize you, you feel worthless. The tragedy here is that people trapped in this cycle are almost never selfish. They are often deeply wounded individuals who were simply unseen for too long. They were taught to perform rather than just exist, so they spend their adult lives looking outward for the inner safety they were denied early on. But as long as you ask an audience to prove you are worth loving, your peace will be controlled by strangers. One person's attention will feel like oxygen, and losing it will feel like drowning. You were not created to survive on reactions. Human beings are not built to measure their inherent value through a screen of notifications. Your worth existed long before anyone ever praised you, chose you, or applauded you. Reclaiming that worth begins with a single, deliberate action: the pause. The moment of stopping, right before you check the device, to interrogate your own motives. Ask yourself, what am I really needing right now? Do I need a reply, or do I need reassurance? Am I looking for likes, or am I looking for connection? Do I need their attention, or do I need to feel safe inside myself? This pause breaks the reflexive loop. It exposes a quiet truth. The validation you are begging for from others is exactly the acceptance you refuse to give yourself. Healing requires doing meaningful things in secret. Pray without posting it. Heal without announcing it. Create without the expectation of an audience. These silent actions retrain your nervous system. They teach your heart that you still matter when nobody is watching, and that your existence holds value, even when nobody reacts. The goal isn't to stop wanting connection. That is human. The goal is to build enough internal fortitude that silence no longer causes a collapse. True healing takes root the moment your identity is completely decoupled from the unpredictable nature of other people's approval. You are not valuable because they replied. You are not beautiful because they noticed. Sometimes the person you have been desperately waiting to be chosen by is yourself. If this made you understand yourself differently, subscribe for more deep psychology and emotional healing content.